Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Game and we are returning to Victoria 3. We've just declared war on Egypt, so let's see what is going to come out of that. I should say that in between episodes I have set up a bit of a building queue just to make sure that this is not going to run out. I am going to focus a little bit more on the political game, I think, rather than the economic game, unless something really exciting happens. But you can see I'm just going to keep you appraised of what's going on. So we're building lots of coal, lots of arts academies. Oh, I should check on one thing, and that is whether Württemberg has enough infrastructure. Seems like they do, so that's brilliant. Let's unpause the game and see what's going to happen. We're going to go to speed 4 here because we are trying to actually invade Egypt here, and I actually should check whether... Yeah. Changing orders will cancel? No, I don't. Okay, 37 days and that should be it. The main reason we are invading Egypt is so that we can get Lower Egypt, the state over here, which does have the potential to build lots and lots of opium plantations, which is going to be good for our army, and that is in turn going to be good once we fight a little bit more over here. And there's just no way to import that. There's just no market for opium globally, which is interesting because historically that wasn't really the case. Historically, this period is of course exactly when China was producing lots and lots of porcelain and other stuff that the Brits were importing, and they were looking for some good to bring into China and actually importing, or exporting rather, goods there. Right, we got our first battle here. It's only 9 ships on our side against lots of theirs. How many? 24. But ours are of course better, but it doesn't seem to be good enough, so we are being pushed back here. And sometimes, you know, I wish quality had a big impact. It's just not that viable that you've got these wooden frigates here against our dreadnought. It's not quite dreadnoughts, what is it? We can check on that. So what are we fielding here? What's that supposed to be? Monitors? Monitors. Okay, well, to be honest, monitors wouldn't necessarily be operating down here. They don't really have the range for that. But still, you know, it's not real. That just doesn't work. Why is that inactive? We would need more sugar. Sugar is always welcome. And this interface is always not that great. You guys have probably seen it already. I have not. Come on. Sugar, there we are. Right. Amount, Russian market. Yeah, I guess we can import some from the Russians. It's not ideal, but we can do it. Bureaucratic shortfall, so we should also build a little bit more of these guys over here. And where we do have a couple of peasants left, I guess. So let's sort by peasants. Franconia, yeah, sure, why not? Let's build a bit more. We want to get our institutions rolling. And we've got the healthcare, public healthcare thing going, so that's great. Okay, naval invasion has failed. Do we need to set it up again? Yes, we do. You've got 8 ships. Why do you only have 8 ships? Hanover and Pomerania. Do we need more people there? Military, navy, crewed admirals. That's Germany. We have potentially up to 18 there. Do we need to promote you or something? Let's promote you. Okay, let's try that again. Peace treaty between some groups there. Okay, here we go again. Come on, can I click that? Oh dear God, what does recently mean? And now I've got you assigned all of these squadrons. Well, that's not great. Big question is, what does the game consider as recently? Okay, there we go. Lower Egypt it is, and some guy. Don't really care about whom. But yeah, let's try that again. Right, we have got a couple of radicals, but it is decreasing very quickly, so that's good. And we've got the industrialists being enacted more quickly, and we're losing support by the trade unions. No, I wouldn't really like that. Although they are super loyal. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's try that, because we do want to get the wealth voting in a little bit quicker. Right. While we're waiting for that, let's keep an eye on our production tree. We are building lots and lots of coal. That's great. Some person, a general, and a rear admiral. Nope. Nope. No, no, no. You guys cannot duel right now. Don't necessarily want to lose the approval of the armed forces. And the intelligentsia is not that happy. I don't care about their popularity, honestly. Let's do it this way. We're going to tarnish both of their reputations, basically. Right, there's the next naval battle. That one looks better. We've got more troops here. So that's nicer. And we've got the quality advantage. So I think this time around we will win this. And that should enable us to actually put some boots on the ground and fight off the enemy. There we go. That's our first land battle now. I'm really hoping that we're going to win this one. Seems like we are, so that's good. Come on, come on, come on. And there we go. Now, the disadvantage is that this is really not the area that we're fighting about. I wanted to land up there, but we didn't get that. So, that's the way it is, I guess. Right, obviously we will need to bring in more troops here. So, let's look at our army and see what we've got. You guys can certainly advance the front down here. We've got you mobilized. Let's bring it down there. I don't think we need to bring more troops there, but that would be great. Okay, they haven't got any troops mobilized yet, and just as I'm saying that, they now have troops there, so let's see whether we can keep up the momentum, and it doesn't look like it. So that means the next battle is probably going to be them attacking. Again, not ideal, but certainly doable. Okay, we've got 188 troops here. Do we know anything about your convoys are fine, it seems. You are suffering from a lot of attrition. Yeah, but can't be helped. It's just the operations in this area. They are stopping their offensive, so that's a bit so-so. But, on the other hand, this is a much more evenly matched battle here. 5 troops against 7, so that's good. And we've got sins of the past. Proponents of the wealth voting reform have called attention to past abuses of power by the current regime as reasons for why this change is urgently needed. So power corrupts, we get 20% enactment chance, that's great. And some dude, Major General, get less popularity. Including this dude who is leading the trade unions. We would like to make the trade unions a little bit better, but honestly the voting, that is the primary objective here, so let's try to get that elected and accept that we're not going to be ideal here. Excuse me, the United States backs down in their play against the United States. Well, it was probably someone else's play against the United States, but we don't know which one it was. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, next battle up over here. 4 against 8. Yeah, but we are winning still. France doing colonial things. That's interesting. But we are pushing up, and they are losing war support, so that's good. I'm actually going to make sure that we are going to enable this here. Ooh, this is a big battle. And of course we are losing men here. This is not an extremely easy fight, even though we are overwhelming them. Yeah, there we go. Come on. Now I think we've got the war goal, the ticking war goal. Yeah, 100% of the area that we want to occupy. Smaller battles up here. I don't mind that. I think small battles are pretty good. And their troops are pretty bad. Opposition members. Wealth voting. More and the industrialists would hate us. They already kind of dislike us. Yeah, but still. I can't accept that much of a downer on the enactment chance here. Steam turbine unlock. That's great, actually. So let's look at that in a moment. Automatic glass, that's good. Assembly lines is pretty good, but we don't have oil. Electronics industries is also good. We need rubber for that. But it's still a good one, as is the automotive production. But we'd also need oil for that, and we really don't have oil at the moment. Electric stuff, I like that idea. I also like hardwood, and being able to build more is always good too. Tractors, chemical fertilizers, all good things. But you know what? I think electrical capacitation is pretty good, because what we're going to do is under urban and power plants, we're going to switch to coal-based power plants. The game thinks that this is a negative one because it's going to lead to so much more electricity. It's in fact going to double our electricity almost. I think it's probably going to do that because this probably has some throughput benefits here. So yeah, we're going to require a little bit more engines. We have way too few of these. But we're going to produce that much more power. And power is always useful. So one of the first things that we're going to do is we are going to go to the logging camps and finally introduce some electric sawmills. Let me check on our power plants here in Brunberg and Hanover respectively and see how this is going to look. So yeah, plus 700, that's still pretty high. And the engines are a bit of an issue. But where can we be using electricity? So, no, produced in power plants, used in various places. No, I want on the market overview. There we go. Applications. So, yeah, that's true, but who's using that? I know you can theoretically use that, but I don't think you are currently. I think the only places that are currently using it is the livestock ranches and the wooden stuff. So I think the only thing, and that's really what I want though, is this up here, electric streetlights. Because our services are also far, far behind what they need to be. So I need around, if this produces, how many services are you producing? You'd be producing around 2,000 less. So if we want to produce 3,000 more, we need around 40 or 50 buildings units worth of stuff. Right, let's check whether we have that. And look under the urban centers. Urban centers, there we go. And let's look specifically whether there's anything that's coal burning still. Because we sorry, gas burning. Because we really need to change that. Yeah, we got a little bit more coal. We're using a little bit less more electricity. That's fine. So plus 700. That's changes to around plus 500. Plus 250. Yeah, let's simply change all of these things and see where we land. And then go to some smaller one. I think Alsace-Loire is probably going to be fine. So where do we stand with electricity? Slight surplus here. But honestly, I think if we change around over to here, this is going to be okay. Well, I say that, but there are hardly any people employed in Alsace. It's going to be fine. Right, so that's good. You guys are proposing a peace deal? Yeah, we do accept this peace deal. We don't want anything else than what we have been given. And then we need to check on Württemberg. And make sure that you guys are getting another railway. There we go. Anything else that we need to be concerned about? Convoys. Don't we have enough convoys? Seems we don't. Can we build up Hamburg? I don't think there's a benefit to doing that anywhere, is there? Elbe River? No, no, no. That's not what I'm looking for. Benefit. Port level. Okay, port level could be increased here. You don't have that many people who are unemployed, actually. Yeah. Few more unemployed people here, some peasants there. Let's build up the port here. I think it's going to be okay. Right, and of course we're going to get the port down here soon as well. There we go, peace treaty, lovely. We now get German Lower Egypt. You guys do not have a port, so we urgently need to build that one up. But what we have got is around 300,000 unemployed people. Love it. What I don't love is that probably we need to change all of this stuff here to better technology and stuff. Well, do we, though? This only decreases the amount of laborers, right? So we don't need that. On the other hand, getting more engines is probably also not that great. Okay, so let's not change these things for now, except for the opium. I think the opium is great. And that's good. Also, I think the sugar is going to be great, but we'll need to wait a moment with that. And the industries here... yeah, we probably want to dismantle them over time, honestly. Because this is just really at the end of the world, and I don't think we're gonna like having these small clusters of industries here. Okay, let's have the game tick on for a couple of minutes here. How's the infrastructure looking? Not that great. And I'm guessing that we're going to need more over time. So let's build up some railways too down here. See, we are benevolent people. We like this to be good and big. Right, you guys are doing stuff over here. That's good. The Vale Protectorate. Huh. Well, that's interesting. That could be a nice thing to do. Couple of interesting things here. Public trading, expand the oil industry. We don't have that. Ironclad's path to liberalism. That's something that I would really like. But it's difficult. Decisions. Survey the estimates. We have too little bureaucracy, but we could potentially increase that. We are increasing that anyway, aren't we? Yeah, okay, let's wait to see where we stand once we've built that all up. But yeah, the big one is down here, just to make sure that these guys are part of the empire, basically. So let's take a look at Lower Egypt. What have we gotten over here? We've got the Nile River, which gives us agricultural throughput. That's really great. You guys are impoverished. That's really not good. We'll need to bring that up. I'm not sure whether I want to incorporate that. It does not make sense, I think, but we'll see. I think we can try to bring up the sugar plantations a little bit, because sugar is going to be super useful in our overall market, and that's great. What is going on here? Italy is proposing an alliance. How are we looking in infamy? 20. Seems like that has just sort of gotten there, hasn't it? Can I ask you guys to form an alliance? I could ask you, but you're actually going to say no. Base reluctance, similarity in governments, their attitude is good. We are still improving our attitude, it could become better. They would also accept a trade agreement. The maximum of plus 80. Whereas this is changing to a maximum of plus 50. I mean, I don't have any problem with Italy. It's just that I'm not sure that would be that great. They're protectorate of Austria. It would be a nice way to basically disable Austrian support from other people. Yeah, but I'm honestly going to decline. I think France is our better long-term bet, so we're going to try to continue going with them, I think. Yeah, makes a lot of sense to me. Right, come on, get me the good voting. Let's turn democracy here. That would be great. Yes, there we go. Okay, means we have less authority. Can't be helped. But we're going to get a very, very different type of government. And obviously I haven't done that a lot, so let's check on whether and how specifically that will look. So the Junkers are radicalized. That's not a big issue. They are marginalized. I'm not entirely sure why these guys aren't. The Evangelical Church is not considered marginalized, because I think the threshold is 5%, and these guys are sitting at 4.2. So why? I'm missing something. If you know, let me down in the comments, obviously. And the petite bourgeoisie is not that upset currently, which is also great. That is great. We are still considered a Kaiserreich, is that true? Okay, and we've got the free-minded party with the industrialists, the intelligentsia, and the rural folk. And the armed force. That's a lot of people. Okay, let's reform the government here and see what we can do. You want to join the free-minded party. If we get all of you on board, we'd have an extremely illegitimate government. Because we have too many, is that it? I think it's because we have too many. Ideological penalty. I think that was brought in with the reform. And it just basically is designed to prevent situations like this. But the issue here is, of course, you guys are already illegitimate. You're an illegitimate bunch. Cloud of the government is fine. But my oh my, that's a hefty penalty. So if we continue with trade unions and the armed guys, yeah, that's a lot more legitimate. Although you guys would actually prefer to be in the opposition. Now that's fun. Okay, what laws can we change or switch up? Nothing at all? Is that true? Are we gonna get a vote or something before? Popularity on the industrialists. Suppression impact. Okay. Oh, sorry about that noise. Right. People become more loyalists. So, do we go for the upper classes or for the? Yeah, you're gonna become popular anyway. But the petite bourgeoisie would become radical. And here they wouldn't. I don't like... I do like radical people. Universal suffrage, yes. Free speech, yes. Support the radicals. Welcome on board. Let's see how well that is going to turn out for us. Right, 2 weeks until we get a good view here on the market here in these guys, because I think now you should become somewhat integrated at least. Oh, why is market access so terrible all of a sudden? I don't get that. Why is that? Okay, Saxony, Brandenburg, Rhineland. You guys. And I'm guessing another third one down here. Right, okay, now you are integrated with the economy, aren't you? Let's also build a university here, so that we have got a bit more educational access, and that means people should be able to join some of these plantations a little bit better. We now got opium, so what I want to do then is in the barracks get field hospitals, and the same for recruited people. And there was another thing here that I did kind of miss. Ah, okay, that's because we took over another stuff down here. Yeah, okay, let's get the best stuff that we can on everyone, please. And thank you. I think we didn't have the bicycle messengers before. So let's actually double check on our rubber production. I'm afraid that might tank a little bit. No, it's okay. Seems like we might have had that too. Okay, but we are now facing an opium shortage, which is of course good for you guys. Right, let's expand this kind of aggressively. I think level 12 is going to be a-okay. Oh, and we can produce a lot more here, so that's also good to see. 12. So that should give us... Yeah, we need a lot more. We need 1,000. We are producing 200. Huh. That's with all of these people working here. So, you know what? Let's dial that up to 35. Yeah, I think that's sensible. Right, we also should look at our motor industries. And I think we have them in Brandenburg, don't we? Yeah, you guys are surprisingly not earning a lot. Even though we've got a terrible shortage of this stuff. No, the input factors are not that expensive, so I'm really wondering why that is so bad. Oh well, we'll see. Right, vacuum canning unlocked. Nice. That is for food industries. Now that's not something that we were producing, but it's something that we can use still. Oh, sorry, not researching, I meant to say. Vacuum canning. Groceries, more oil. We are not producing... Oh, we are producing a little bit of oil, aren't we? I think in Elbe we are producing just the tiniest sliver of oil. Well, that might be a good idea to get it started, though. We've got very few people here, though. Okay, you know what? There's some sort of crisis. So we can't stop anything. Can we change it now? Like, for example, the tooling workshop. Oh, it's this guy. Mrs. Siri. Turmoil in Lower Egypt. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. You guys are probably going to split off. But oh my. Can't be changed. Let's see whether we can make your life a lot better in a short amount of time. For example, by giving you good jobs over here. Would be nice. Your productivity is kind of decent, actually. Vacancies, yeah, as we are expanding this stuff. Yeah, but now you can see we're doing a lot better. Okay, maybe we overdid it slightly here. So let's dial that down somewhat. Are we importing opium? We are importing a lot from the Brits. What do you mean that has succeeded? Excuse me? Is Syria uprising? How can the French be at war against them? I'm supporting the French, though. Was that a French uprising and we are just supporting that? How on earth did that happen? You know what? We are gonna come closer with the French. I'm really hoping that I'm not gonna lose that. That would really be annoying. Okay, you know what? I guess we're gonna have to find out in our second Egyptian war. Put down that rebellion and hope that these guys... Yeah, I think we're gonna get back our territory. But I'm not sure. So we're gonna see. Let's see how the game is programmed. Hope you enjoyed. Do leave a like and everything, and I hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.